Hi everyone, good to see you all again. So as promised, this month I am coming to you with Wednesday's Cooking for One hacks. So occupational therapists, we look at how people do their day-to-day activities, such as cooking. And so for many people, there are so many habits, rules, and routines around cooking. So maybe you were the cook of the family and you had a big family, so you're used to cooking big meals. Or maybe your spouse was the cook and you were the one who was in charge of cleanup. So as life changes and your kids move, these roles, routines, and habits can change, and it can be really hard to adjust. Many of my clients say that they just don't know how to cook for one or two, or they say that they've cooked their whole lives and they're just sick and tired of it. Or they'll tell me that their spouse used to do all of the cooking, so they're just not used to it. So there are a lot of things that change as we age that make it hard to adjust to cooking for one or two. So over the next month, we're going to hit different topics, such as inspiration, because many people say that after years of trying to decide what to cook, they're just tired. They don't even know what to cook anymore. So we'll touch on inspiration, meal planning, and then we'll touch on, this is my favorite, reducing and reusing, ways to reuse leftovers that is maybe a little bit more fun. And then also another favorite is simplifying cleanup. So it doesn't do any good if you go through all the trouble of making your meals and then cleanup's a nightmare, so it's no longer fun. So those are some of the things we will touch on this month. And today I wanted to start with inspiration, because that's the half of the battle, is getting started. And I know that sometimes you just think, oh gosh, what am I going to make this week? So there are some different things you can do to stay inspired. So I'm gonna switch over here. One of my favorite tips is a cooking magazine. So I get one that comes to me every month. I love it because these pictures are beautiful. Like, you're looking at that and you think, oh my gosh, that is exactly what I want to eat. Pictures helps, even in cookbooks. So this is an old cookbook that I have. It's great. This cookbook has awesome recipes. It's all a cake cookbook. It's really fun. But there's no inspiration here unless you've made it before and you know how it tastes. There's not a burning desire to make one of these recipes. So I really like having a magazine delivered to you. You're more likely to pick it up. It comes to you, everything's new, and it looks pretty. So you're kind of excited to get started. Oh yeah. This is another cookbook that I have. It's one of my favorites because it has such beautiful pictures and it makes you want to cook. Another idea I have for inspiration, I know I'm kind of on two devices here, but this is really popular now, is meal prep parties. So inviting your friends over, everyone brings different recipes, different ingredients, and you cook together and then everyone goes home with meals. So I don't know if any of my St. Genevieve people are watching, but I saw on Facebook that some of my old co-workers from St. Genevieve were having smoothie bowl parties. So kind of where everyone gets together, they bring ingredients and they made smoothie bowls and everyone took some home. So I think it's a fun way to make cooking social. You all get together, a couple recipes. I've heard of people doing soup parties where everyone brings ingredients, you make several pots of soup, and then you can take it home and put it in the freezer. So think big, think parties, get your friends involved. Also, another great idea for inspiration is recipe swaps. So I have a couple friends, we have very similar taste and we swap recipes anytime we find something that the other person might like. So start with inspiration, whatever that may be for you, a magazine, a party with your friends, a weekly recipe swap, or, oh gosh, an idea just came to me as I was talking and then it left, Pinterest. Pinterest is a great place to go for inspiration. And so just a little, I guess, extra tip, if you just cannot get behind the inspiration, you've just had enough and you don't really care to be inspired at this point, meal kits are a great idea for people who just don't want to think about what to cook. So HelloFresh and some of the other meal kits have a lot of great recipes and you don't really have to think about it. The box comes to you with all the ingredients pre-measured, pre-packaged, so it really takes the thinking out of it, and that also is inspiring. So I hope you all have a friend over, do some cooking together, check out a new magazine, and check back with me next week, and we are going to talk about meal planning. All right, have a great day.